They say men are less emotional than women, but that's only because most people don't know how men bond. Here's the truth. If you touch him in just the right way, something chemical happens in his brain. A surge of oxytocin, the love hormone, floods his system. He doesn't know why, but suddenly he feels closer to you, drawn to you, and emotionally safe with you. If you've ever wanted a man to feel you, really feel you, even when you're not around, these 7 touches will do exactly that, and trust me, most women have no idea how powerful they are. Stick with me till the end because touch number 6 is the one almost every woman overlooks, but it's the one that melts even the most emotionally unavailable man. Let's begin. Before we dive into the 7 magical touches, let's talk quickly about oxytocin. This powerful little hormone is known as the bonding chemical. It's released during hugs, kisses, intimacy, even just deep eye contact. But here's the secret. The way a woman touches a man in non-sexual, everyday moments can cause even stronger oxytocin spikes. And when that happens, it rewires how he feels about you. He won't just enjoy being around you, he'll start to feel like he needs your presence to feel emotionally secure. So let's get into the first of these 7 touches that unlock this secret chemistry. Touch 1, the neck graze. This one is pure instincts, and it works like magic. The next time you're walking past him, standing behind him, or even hugging from behind, lightly run your fingers up the back of his neck, not a massage, not a scratch, just a soft, slow graze with your fingertips from the base of his neck up to just under his hairline. Why does this work? Because the neck, especially the back of it, is one of the most sensitive and understimulated areas on the male body. Touching it lightly activates pressure-sensitive nerves linked to emotional comfort and trust. It triggers the release of oxytocin without him even realizing it. It feels intimate, it feels grounding, and most importantly, it makes him associate your touch with peace and connection. Even 1 second of this can leave him subconsciously thinking about you hours later. Try it the next time he's making coffee or scrolling on his phone and watch how he reacts. Touch 2, the wrist hold. This one is playful, but it's also deeply bonding. Next time you're joking around, teasing him, or even just walking together, grab or hold his wrist. It might seem small, but hear me out. The wrist is not a touch point most people target. That's why it stands out so powerfully. A gentle hand around his wrist, especially during laughter or flirtation, creates a sense of being chosen and claimed. It's not overly sexual, yet it's charged with emotional intimacy. It communicates, I'm here with you, I'm holding on to you, not just physically, but emotionally. And here's the science. The wrist contains oxytocin receptors, just like the hands and face. A gentle squeeze or touch there can trigger subtle but powerful hormonal responses. And the best part, it's something he'll remember later, in quiet moments, when he's thinking about you. Touch 3, the mid-conversation arm stroke. Let's talk about the slow forearm stroke. This is one of the most effective oxytocin-releasing touches because it's so unexpected, but so emotionally charged. While you're talking to him, especially if you're laughing or sharing something personal, gently run your fingers down his forearm. Not fast, not rough, just a soft downward stroke, wrist to elbow. This isn't just affection, it's anchoring. It anchors your words, your presence, and your energy into his nervous system. His body begins to associate you with comfort, safety, and warmth. Why? Because this kind of touch stimulates C-tactile afferents, nerve fibers specifically designed to detect gentle, emotionally meaningful touch. You're literally communicating through his skin that he's safe with you. No words needed. So the next time you're deep in conversation with him, reach out and trace his forearm. Don't be surprised if he looks at you a little longer or lingers when you say goodbye. All right? Those first 3 touches are powerful, but the next one, it's subtle, bold, and completely disarming to a man's emotional walls. And most women aren't doing it enough. Let's keep going. Touch 4, the lower back anchor. You've probably rested a hand on a man's lower back while dancing or steering him through a crowd, but you may not realize how primal this spot truly is. Touching the small of a man's back activates the same cluster of nerves responsible for balance and spatial security. In one gentle motion, you're saying, I see you, I'm with you, I've got you covered. Scientists at the University of Miami call it directional reassurance. A 2022 study found that a light, guiding touch on the lumbar region boosted male oxytocin levels by 23% in under 30 seconds, even in a noisy environment. Here's how to work the magic. 1. Timing is everything. Do it while you're both on the move, entering a restaurant, stepping onto an escalator, or choosing a seat at a party. Motion camouflages the intimacy and makes it feel organic. 2. Pressure matters. Your hand should be flat with just enough weight that he feels guided, not pushed. Think feather with intention. 3. Release deliberately. Let your palm linger for half a heartbeat after you've guided him. That micro pause cements the memory trace in his sensory brain. He'll instinctively straighten his posture, smile, or glance back at you. Why? Because that flash of oxytocin told his nervous system, she's a safe harbor, stick close. Touch 5, the palm-to-palm lock. Holding hands is sweet, anyone can do it, but pressing your full palm into his turns sweetness into synchronicity. Think of it as a private handshake between your heartbeats. The palm contains thousands of Meissner corpuscles, tiny touch receptors calibrated for light pressure. When your palms connect fully, both of your brains fire a signal up the vagus nerve, triggering a reciprocal oxytocin loop. Translation, his body and yours begin exchanging calm, we belong together messages on autopilot. Pro tips for maximum charge. Sync with emotion. Interlock palms when he's just shared something personal or achieved a small win. You're anchoring joy and anchoring you to that joy. Micro movements. Use your thumb to draw lazy figure eights in the valley of his hand. Research shows repetitive, rhythmic strokes keep the oxytocin faucet running. Silent eye contact. 3 seconds is the sweet spot. Look down at your connected hands, then back to his eyes. No words needed. The gesture speaks volumes. He'll feel oddly lighter, almost euphoric, without quite knowing why. That's the hormone cocktail doing its thing. Touch 6, the hair sweep. Men rarely experience nurturing touch past childhood, which is why a simple hair sweep detonates fireworks in the male brain. In a 2024 Oxford study, men ranked partner playing with my hair as the single most relaxing gesture, above back rubs and even forehead kisses. Here's the psychology. The scalp is packed with C-tactile afferent fibers tuned for gentle stroking. Stimulating them lowers cortisol and spikes oxytocin simultaneously, producing that delicious, floaty calm he'll start to crave from only one person, you. Execution checklist. 1. Set the scene. Do it when he's reclined, watching a movie, lying on your lap, or winding down at night. 2. Slow start. Begin with light fingertip circles at his temple, then sweep back through his hair with an open hand. 3. Stay wordless. Let silence deepen the sensory imprint. If you must speak, whisper. Sound vibrations amplify the soothing effect. Watch for the telltale signs. Eyelids get heavy, breathing slows, arm snakes around your waist. That's his body saying, bond confirmed. Touch 7, the afterthought graze. Our final touch is so brief it's almost invisible, yet it lingers in a man's mind like perfume in an empty elevator. I call it the afterthought graze. Why does a 1-second brush pack more punch than a 10-second hug? It leverages the brain's Zeigarnik effect. We remember interrupted, unfinished experiences more vividly. When your touch is there, then gone, his mind subconsciously replays it, looking for resolution. Each replay drips another dose of oxytocin. How to master the micro moment. Exit strategy, use it as a punctuation mark at the end of a hug, right after shared laughter, or while slipping past him at a party. Choose high-impact zones, chest, shoulder blade, or inner forearm, places rich in touch receptors but socially acceptable to access in public. Own the smile. Pair the graze with a quick, knowing smile before you turn away. This anchors the gesture as intentional, not accidental. He'll stand there blinking, processing the warmth you just left behind. And yes, he'll want more. That's the genius of an unfinished touch. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching.